You don't have to go very far, and you run into folks that are frustrated with the price of gasoline. I don't know a single person that's not filling up their tank across the country and saying, this is killing my food budget, my housing budget, everything they have to be able to deal with. I asked some of my field team, just as they're out and about this week across Oklahoma, to just snap a price of the gases that are going on right now this week in Oklahoma. And you can see in Kingfisher, just for regular unleaded here, Kingfisher $3.99 in Tulsa. QT's the winner here at $3.53. We'd love to see that around Washington, D.C. or many areas of the country. If you get into Marshall, Oklahoma, $4.29. You get to El Reno, Oklahoma, $3.95. In Moore, Oklahoma, $4. And in Caney, Oklahoma, $3.99. This is just what's just happened in the last 24 hours around my state. What's interesting is people look at this and they fill up their tank and they realize it's $75 to $125 to be able to fill up their tank with gas. What that really means for them is they can't travel more, they can't get out more, they can't do more because they understand I just can't afford to be able to do that. That's the real life decisions of Americans as they process through all this. Where did this come from? Well, currently the Biden administration is saying this is all Putin's fault. We know that's just factually not true. The price of gasoline rose from the day that President Biden came into office until the beginning of the war in Ukraine, $1 a gallon. $1 during that time period. How did that happen? Was that because of oil companies? Is over in the House of Representatives, they're dragging in oil companies executives and saying you're gouging prices? Well, actually, let's look at the math on this. Day one of the Biden administration, they stepped up and canceled the Keystone Pipeline. And people keep saying, why does that matter? Well, Canada produces heavy crude, the same type of heavy crude that comes out of Russia. So we're either going to buy that heavy crude from Russia or from Canada. And day one, President Biden said, I want to buy that type of crude from Russia, not from Canada. The other factoid on this is interesting is the president's just done a release of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The release he's doing from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve for a short period of time for the next several months is almost exactly what would be coming from the Keystone Pipeline every single day from here on out. So while he's trying to manipulate the prices with the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, you can actually increase production and input into our country from an ally like Canada that'd be reliable and predictable that actually bring prices down.